Hello everybody and welcome to Wine Library TV. I'm your host, Gary Vaynerchuk. And this, my friends, is the Thunder Show, aka the internet's most passionate wine program. And it brings me enormous joy to have the guest we have today, because reading the comments is something I like to do. I like to see who's in there, and this gentleman is a major contributor. Many of you hardcore Vayniacs that read the comments as well are going to know exactly who this man is. Glenn, why don't you tell the Vayner Nation who you are and what we're doing?
We're tasting some wine. I'm Glen DiGiralmo. Gary always gets my name wrong, so...
I do. I can't pronounce anything.
DiGiralmo.
DiGiralmo.
There you go.
DiGiralmo.
Last time it was Giralamo.
DiGiralmo.
So that's who I am. And
what name do you use in the comments?
WineCrazy.
I love it. I love it. And Glenn, we want to thank you, Mott and I, and everybody here, for being such an awesome contributor, leaving comments show after show after show.
Oh, man, no problem. I enjoy it. You know, it's my pleasure to watch the show, and thank you for having the show, because, you know, when you drink wine and you're experimenting all the time and, you know, you don't get to taste a lot of things that you have on the show, it's kind of like a pleasure. It's free. You don't have to pay. You know.
Should we charge, Mott?
You don't have to wait. You don't have to wait to watch it like when it's on TV or set your DVD. You know, you just go to you go to computer, watch it anytime you want.
How long have you been watching the show? While.
2 years, over 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you find it?
A friend of mine told me about it when a friend of mine was telling me about when you were boycotting Boston or something, and you said, that's it, I'm not shipping any wine this week to Massachusetts. So.
Or ever.
Yeah, exactly.
What people didn't know is we can't ship by law to Boston, so when I did it, everybody thought it was so crazy.
That's so funny, man. So he told me about that, and he said, you know, you got to check this guy out. So I said, okay, I know, I will. And then I did, and then I was watching you every day ever since.
Thanks, man. So 3 wines you've picked here. What I love about you is, you know, I ask people to come on, and a lot of times they pick the wines, and most people are, you know, really bashful. They'll pick like $8 wines up here. But I see you've picked 2 wines. One's 75 bones, one 80 bones. Your cheapest wine here is 43. You rolled it. You didn't bullcrap.
I knew you were paying, so I put that down.
Here's your chance to roll. All right, man.
No,
so, are you coming July 10th?
Yes.
Okay, because I know you'd be here. Who is Randy coming?
Yes.
Everybody's in?
Everybody's coming. Okay. But listen to this. These wines.
Please comment on this guy's comments. He leaves great comments, and then you can comment, and he can comment back. I love the little community there.
These wines I picked because they're big and they're juicy and they're, you know, supposedly
like you're big and juicy.
Juicy and chewy, and
and that's a style you like, right? I've watched you like leave comments, and you've been to some of the open houses. You like these big, bombastic.
Right,
you don't want a bashful wine.
And that's why I picked them. And I got help from
Murph,
and you know, and I told her, and she sent me a bunch of wines. So I said, yeah, let's do these, you know, because these are supposedly.
Have you had any of these 3 wines?
No, I have not. That's another reason.
Mom, what's going on over there?
That's another reason why I didn't want to pick any wines that I already had, because I wanted to experience something.
So let's do it. All right, first wine, one of my favorite all-time producers in California, T-Vine. I've been a long-time fan of Brown's wines. 770 cases produced of their 2007 Petite Sirah. And Greg Brown is the winemaker, dreamer, grape guardian, yoga dude. That's how he pronounces himself there. I think that's pretty fascinating. Now, T-Vine makes over-the-top, bombastic wines. So let's see what's going on here. Oh, actually, you know what? I wanted to do this third, so I poured that. So let's keep these glasses here. Mott, help me. Okay. Let's do something. I know.
Yeah, you want to do the Pinot first,
we've used those glasses already, so we'll rinse. Yeah, want to do the Pinot first.
Yeah, I figured that.
Yeah, I don't know why. You know, I think I'm so excited that you're here.
This makes a good. Let me just rinse it.
Yeah, just rinse that.
This makes a good. It makes this better for this one, because this one
it's gonna open it up a little.
Big time.
All right, so you started with a big Pinot. Are you drinking Pinots?
Yes, I drink a lot of Pinots. Something that you can drink now.
This is the Bueno 2006 Pinot Noir, 75% from Santa Maria Valley, 25% from Carneros, $75 US. Only 135 cases made of the Canis Major. Really, really sought after, culty Pinot Noir producer. People get really excited about this producer. Very hard to get, small, tiny production.
I had no idea.
Yeah, 135 cases.
Really?
And so I'm excited to see what this wine's bringing to the table. So, what are you getting on the nose?
I always said wine.
Red wine. Are you getting some stinkiness?
Yes, I'm getting some dirtiness. Some.
You're a cigar smoker.
Yes.
Are you getting a hint of little tobacco on this?
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, to me, it definitely has a little bit of like a stinky kind of feet, kind of smokiness, tobacco tar kind of thing going on. A little red fruit, a little strawberry kind of cream strawberry pie.
Tar.
But you get the tar?
Yes,
like
yeah.
serious tar on this.
Yeah.
If you're like me, Edison, New Jersey, 1985, they built the basketball courts. All our friends were, hanging around, waiting for them to finish the courts. It was the last day. They finished. We raced. I won, so I was the first person ever on the basketball court. Just want to say, Eric Godfrey, Robbie Turnick, first person on the basketball courts. But it was hot as heck, and they just did the, kind of like the asphalt, and we were popping tar bubbles. None of us were that good at basketball. And, that's what this kind of smells like to me.
On my way over here, I just passed through a big tar blast.
Like somebody was doing the road?
Yes, they're doing a road.
Where do you live?
And I'm like,
do you live in more southern Jersey?
No, I live right here in northern Jersey,
Where?
north of you. Wayne.
Wayne, got it. Awesome.
Yeah,
you like Wayne?
Atlantis.
This nose is really intriguing. As a matter of fact, there's almost like a marzipan component now starting to come through on the nose. I don't know if you've ever had marzipan fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
It's delicious.
Yeah. I just can't eat it because it's all sugar, and I gotta watch my sugar now.
I understand.
So,
really? Now or always? Or
not always,
but
just
now.
recently.
That sucks.
I gained some weight, so my
watch
sugar went up.
And now you gotta be careful.
Yeah, like you were saying, your cholesterol went up.
Yours exploded.
I had to go on cholesterol medicine.
What did you go up to? Like 400?
No, like 285.
But
I brought it down 50 by just eating fish and vegetables and stuff. 50 points.
Why'd you get it up so high? What were you eating? Like foie gras and all that crazy crap?
Ribs. I was at the shore. Barbecuing every day. Ribs, hamburgers, all kinds of
cheeseburger for
fat
days.
Stuff. Yeah.
All right, let's give this a whirl.
Nice.
You like this?
Yeah.
Greg Lynn, who makes this wines, is legit. Nothing short of legit. And this wine has amazing complexities. Very, very juicy for a Pinot Noir. A little hot. Do you think it's a little hot?
Yes, but it's a little. It's not too big. Not too fruity.
I agree.
It's a little more balanced.
I agree. I think it is pretty balanced for what it is, and it does remind me a little bit more towards not Burgundian. This is clearly New World Pinot. But it definitely has more balance than some of the big boy Kistler, Rocchioli Pinots I've had lately. Seemed a little bombastic for me. This is pretty pricey. For domestic Pinot Noir, 75 bones is no joke.
Right.
You can only really want to buy wines like this when it's on somebody else's dime.
That's why I did it.
Yeah. So I think dollar for dollar, I wouldn't say it's the greatest value. That being said, I think it's time to debate that why can Burgundy get away with being $100 or $200 a bottle, and Pinot in the U.S. is like, $60, very high. So I'm not completely caught up in that. I think that there's room for Pinot in the U.S. to get to that $75 to $100 price point. Why not? I get it, especially when you compare it on the world stage. I will also say the mid-palate in this wine, just a little bit in the middle, gets a little hollow for me. But the beginning and the end are legit and world-class. Mid-palate's kind of coming together. Maybe it's a hair young still. To me, this is like an 89 to 91 point wine. Solid.
Yeah, it's a well structured, but
But
like you say,
right?
like you say, yeah,
$75.
there's nothing in there,
What made you get into wine?
I was always into wine. Always into wine.
I mean, when you were 3? Or,
I was like...
21 or 18?
No, I mean, yeah, 15, 16. I'm sorry, 18, 19.
No, but did you have it in the family? Was it a family thing?
No, I was just always
Boone's
into
Farm
wine.
with the ladies?
It was probably...
Lancers?
No, it was more like...
Reuniti?
Le Montrachet.
You were balling at
18. At 18, 19.
You were balling at 18, 19?
Yes, I was buying Dom Perignon and all the good stuff when you were 18.
Where were you in 18? And Wayne too?
I was living in Lac City. I was a blackjack and baccarat dealer.
Now I get it. So the tips and that
and
world.
all the whole,
Got
the big show stuff.
Got it.
So when I was in Lac City doing that,
at 18, 19,
that,
you could deal back
yes,
then?
Yeah.
Or is it still that way? Oh, it's still that way. Gambling's 18?
No.
Is gambling 21?
21.
This was before they changed the age.
This was when the casinos used to close at midnight and open at 10 a.m.
Well, that's some crazy stuff.
That's why I'm saying you're such a young guy. I'm such an old man.
You're not that old, buddy. So I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So you were dealing blackjack back then,
yes.
and so that's why you had between tips and living that lifestyle, you started drinking these, and that's why I got introduced to Ritz.
Right.
And so that's how you got introduced to this stuff.
I was always into wines, but I was starting out big from day one with more expensive wines.
Do you
whether
feel that
they were good or whether they were bad. Did
that ruin you a little bit? You think you never really got to? I mean, are you able to appreciate $18, $12?
Yes,
Good.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Casa della Valle, 2005. Della Valle is one of the great producers in the world. There's a small amount of Cabernet Franc in here. Della Valle is one of the first cult wines that I got excited about. Pricey wine, 80 U.S. bones, 93 points, Wine Spectator. Michel Roland is a consultant on this property. Della Valle also makes an upper scale wine called Maya, one of the first wines that I ever remember. My dad, those 2 or 3 bottles we get each year, they were like protected by like police escort as we put them downstairs.
Oh, yeah.
Della Valle has long been a culty wine. Went through some ups and downs, but it's starting to come back a little bit. What do you know about this? Or is this a K-Murph recommendation?
Yes.
Have you ever had a Della Valle?
No, and I just saw the list. I picked the 3 best. I went online. I did a little bit of
research, homework. What did you see about this?
Just the bigness of it, the juicy. Do
you smell this?
Yes. Wow. What's amazing is I picked 3 wines that I never even heard of or had.
Okay.
And I tried to do something that I guess you're never going to do with you.
Which?
You don't know how much you know about wines because you know everything about everything.
I don't know about that.
I bet I could go downstairs, pick a bottle that you never even heard of, and you'd probably know something about it.
A little something. I definitely, whether it's a region or something.
Yeah, I see.
Amazing. So you think it's interesting that like you're taking these off the shelf and I'm riffing?
Yeah.
Got it.
And you know the winemaker is.
Yeah, there's no Wikipedia and stuff I'm doing before the show.
Like,
you like this, right? Were you like kind of testing me to like see what would happen?
No, not at all.
I would have done that. So yeah, I mean, these are people that have long been making great wines. Della Valle, 91, 94, these were extremely sought after wines. Then hit a low period. It's come back pretty strong. And the pricing is, it was $80 back in the day, 50, 60, 70. So it's not like so much more than it used to be. But these are big oaked wines at times. They use a lot of 100% new French oak. Roland's got that style. So I'm interested to see what happens here. I haven't had a Della Valle in a while, actually, probably since 01. So I'm excited about having this.
I was so excited. I just had some.
I saw you jumped the gun. What is your favorite wine that you've ever had? And do you think you were impacted by the label? Are you going to say like Lafite or something?
No, not at all. Recently?
Yeah, sure. Give me both.
Over my life.
Both. Give me both.
Recently, I've had Blackbird.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty good.
What about All Time?
All time? I don't know because I've had so many wines.
I mean, you've had you've had some pretty intense wines, right?
Yes.
Have you had anything like what's one of the more?
Well, only because of my style of what I like out of a wine. It might not be the best wine that you think is the best.
It's for you. I mean, it's everybody's palate. I mean, everybody's got their own. I mean, what is really? How about give me 1 or 2 like really insane ones?
Sony Estate. I like that Pinot.
Yeah.
That's a good Pinot.
Great value too.
That's a great Pinot. I don't know.
How about in these bigger gatherings? Have you had the Lafittes, the Margots, the Dominuses, the things of that nature?
Yes.
Opuses, and what do you think?
Yeah.
It's fun for the name.
I think most of those wines, I could live without.
Branding.
Yes.
Let
me think. There's one wine that I did remember now that you said that. Do you ever have Jones family wine?
Yes. They made some great wines. 94 Jones
and
family
red and all those.
Well, this is kind of. I mean, you probably like this then.
Wait.
Have you had it yet? Give it a little.
We didn't do the sniffy sniff.
Yeah, do this. Get in there.
We skipped the sniffy sniff. Now he's trying to drink before we do the sniffy.
Well, I'm having a good time here. We're like hanging here. It's like some boys hanging out. Mike, get a glass.
Mike, get a glass, Mike. This is good.
I think that this is classic textbook California. You put this in front of me, I'm like, yep. 90% of people would like this 4 years ago. Probably in today's age, as the palates are shifting, 72% of people are going to faint over this wine. It's bombastic. It's got fruit for days. It's got deliciousness coming out of its earpieces. I mean, it's smooth as silk. It's got a long ass finish. It's built with structure. It's well made. It is well made. But it's a little fakey fake. It literally is a little bit like, you know, it's what kind of style you like. Is it over the top? Is it calm? Do you want to stay at home, or do you want to hit, you know, Atlantic City? Is it, you know, are you the kind of girl that likes dudes with the big muscles over the top, like Jersey Shore stuff, or do you want something a little bit more not like that? Mm-hmm. You know, it's like, it's a style, and this is hedonistic. This is a hedonistic, over the top, Vegas, showgirls kind of wine. Big steak. You need a steak.
That's what I was hoping it would be, because that's why I picked it.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's what this is. This is like, you know, go out with the boys, get a steak the size of your head, you know, and you need a wine to stand up to that pizzazz. You're going to, you know, and that's what this kind of feels like to me. That's what this tastes like. This is what this is for. This is not for calm, you know, nice balance with the light, you know, dish you have. You know, this is when you're letting your cholesterol go, not when you're trying to hone it in.
Or for just drinking.
But you're a much bigger, tougher dude than me. This is not the kind of wine.
You wouldn't drink this?
Two glasses max.
Okay.
You know, to me, there's a lot of white wines, Beaujolais, Pinots, Chinons. There's a lot of red wines. I mean, this is just like dessert.
Right.
You know, I could eat 4 salads in a row.
But you're right.
But I couldn't have 4 sundaes in a row.
This would go good with what you're saying, with the big steak, and, because, you know, it's complementing the bigness.
Absolutely. It's a huge wine. For my personal palate, this is a 90, 91 point wine because it's so well made and it's got delicious factor, and I can respect it. But on the other hand, there's a lot of people that would score this in the 95%, you know, kind of 95 point type wine. This is what I think about wine 1995 to 2001. I mean, this is what ruled the day. This is what California exploded on. This is what Americana grew up with. The recent wave of wine collectors now are in their 40s and 50s have cellarfuls of 1994 versions of this.
This is a good wine.
Yeah, I mean, this is a wine. Come on, here you go. I think you're going to like it.
I went to Napa and took that library tasting and Chateau Magdalena, and the older wines are nice. And
then it started getting bigger and bigger?
Yeah.
And you could see the style difference, couldn't you?
Yes, totally.
It's really interesting. What do you think, Mott? I mean, there's a little deliciousness there. Too big for you? Tastes like Mario paint?
Mott, you gotta like this one.
No, I don't like it.
You don't?
You know what I really liked? I liked...
The Greek wine.
No.
Oh, the Italian wine. Uh-huh.
I'm surprised.
It was balanced.
I'm surprised. Because I said it was...
You liked it too?
No, I didn't taste
try it.
No.
Yeah, this is just...
I will, though, after we...
It's like a Mike Tyson punch.
Take this wine, take that wine.
T-Vine. We've already looked at it. 07 Petite Sirah, 770 cases made, $43 US. Also no score Greg down. And we have that glass right there. You know, Kahuna's a big... You know Kahuna?
He's commented on me a few times.
You two would love each other. You guys need to meet on... I hope.
Yeah.
Is Kahuna going to be here on July 10th?
I don't know.
I think he is. You guys need to meet each other. Kahuna's from, like, your neck of Bergen.
Wow, this smells much different now than it did before.
You know what?
That is crazy.
That's an interesting point. It's all context.
That is crazy.
It's all context. When we first poured this had a bombastic nose. But because of the last wine, it put this into context. It's not as big on the nose. It's a little bit more balanced. Right. It's a little more Petite Sirah than California Cab. And I think what's really fascinating about this, it's kind of like this. It's kind of like, you know, before you watched Wine Library TV, you're like, oh, I like that wine guy. But then you saw me and you're like, I love that wine.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's all context.
Then when I see you, I even love you more. And I have to
right.
hug you
That's
and
right. It's
pick
like,
you up.
Right? It's like, you know, that's what's going on with this wine. When we first poured it, we're like, my God, this is the biggest wine ever. But then when you had the wine before this,
Right.
this put
this in check.
And what's interesting is I like it more in check. And honestly, food can do that as well for wine. I think that's where food and wine become very romantic with each other.
That's why I was saying
The steak thing,
I would
right?
love to have that with a
Yeah,
steak.
because if you put a little crab salad with this, it's a disaster.
Totally.
Yeah. All right, let's give this a whirl. The nose is very inky. I think of squid ink because it's just inky. Little charcoal, little blueberry jam on the back end, which I think is very, very delicious. Little tire too, little smokiness there.
Definitely the blueberries, fruit.
Glenn, can you taste the darkness in this wine compared to last wine?
Yeah.
It's what you're tasting is dark fruit instead of red fruit.
Right.
Do you taste that?
Yes.
Like this is much more blackberry,
Yeah.
blueberry. The
Yeah.
last one was more strawberry cherry.
Exactly.
That was a very distinct flavor difference.
Totally.
Ma, can you get that as well?
And totally.
You know what?
Much better wine.
Do you like it a lot more? I do too. I just think it's more balanced.
Right.
Ma, you're getting good at this. Starting to get it.
Ma's
Ma,
got a
this
palate. Ma's got a palate.
Well, here's what gets interesting. Ma, 80 bones, $43. And you just said it's much, much better. I mean, when you think about that, and guys, I'm sure you've heard Ma, this is what's fascinating to me. This is a very fascinating thing for me. Prices impact, especially after $25, $30. When you get into that $40 to $100 range, I mean, it just starts becoming a complete crapshoot based on your own palate, and price is not always the major factor. I think the T-Vine is extremely exquisite, balanced. It's big, but
Yes.
dramatically more balanced than the last wine, in my opinion.
That's a little awkward compared to this one. This one's a little more, pinpointed.
Yeah, I mean, to me,
On
this is
what
like
they
an
want.
89 to 91. This is like a 90 to 91, and this is like a 92 plus point wine, and it is by far the least expensive wine.
Yeah. That's why I came.
Now, what wine have you had recently that was a disaster? Like, just you were surprised, you hated it, you were all pumped up for it, and in the last, let's say, year,
Oh man!
anything really?
I just took a '98 Insignia with me to Puerto Rico, and it was like I wanted to dump it.
You did.
I wanted to, yeah.
You were devastated.
Yeah, I let it sit around for an hour, and then it was just okay, so I drank it. But
Are you drinking wine daily? One.
no, not anymore.
Not anymore. 'Cause of
Last year, 2 years ago, I was drinking like every day,
Yep.
a bottle, or every other day.
Bottle.
Or like 5 bottles on the weekends, or 8 bottles when somebody would come down the shore.
Are you pumped about being down the shortest? Like, you love the
Yeah.
shore. You're always emailing.
I'm always inviting
I
you.
know.
You
I'm
never
sorry.
come. He says, "I'll come."
I want to with all my heart.
Shit.
How about Mott? You should invite Mott. Mott will come.
Everybody come.
What do you?
Ian, Dennis, whoever.
Were you upset about the Jersey Shore, the show?
I don't even watch TV.
You don't watch TV at all.
Not at all. If you want to say an hour a month is a lot.
What would you watch in that hour? Lost. Gossip
I
Girl?
watched Celebrity Apprentice last night,
You did.
but I fell asleep
So
because I was so tired.
Got it. But you did watch Celebrity
Yes,
Apprentice.
yes.
Okay.
But I watched The Apprentice, and I'll watch,
you
Gene
like-
Simmons when it's on. I'll flip it to the channels. But as far as all these,
So you'll surf, pretty much not watch, but if something catches you.
right?
Now,
and
how
I
about
definitely don't watch sports because you know that.
I know.
So I don't know anything
Actually,
about football.
that almost caught you. That almost didn't let you be on the show. I
know.
was like, yes.
That's
and I
why
was
it
like,
took 2 years to get on.
yeah, that's why. Might take Mott, what do you watch? Tell the truth, don't lie.
No, I'm not. I'm into Build It Bigger now and World's Toughest Fix. And,
Are these like History Channel shows?
Well, Science Channel and Discovery.
Yep.
National Geographic.
Yep.
That's my speed.
Mine looks like a science
Professor?
type of guy. Yes,
He reminds me of Mr. Wizard in many ways.
I'm telling you, man. The Wiz kid.
Glenn, fire away. Question of the day. Thanks for being on, man.
Oh, thank you.
I know you know what to do. You're not like these posers that come on and don't watch a show.
Okay, here we go. I'll say about wine, what would be the biggest, chewiest, juiciest, giant, in your face, fruit, everything kind of wine you've ever had?
Because Glenn wants to buy it.
Because I'm going to try it.
So link it up for Glenn so you don't have to search for it.
Oh, that's
Forget,
cool. Yes,
right?
yes.
Help you here.
Perfect,
Just
perfect,
put the
perfect.
link.
Just put all the big, giant, huge, juicy, in your face, over the top, blah, big wines, and that's what I'm looking for. Question of the day. Thanks
for being on,
homie.
bro.
Thank you
Really
very much for
appreciate
having
it.
me.
Thank you for being such a real part of this community.
Homie, you're real as all hell, so
Thanks, man.
what
Thanks.
can I do?
You, with a little bit of me, and the ridiculously awesome commenters. Who else do you like in the comment? I know you love Randy. You guys have a love affair. I love wine. No, but I mean like a friend of love affair.
Yeah.
You know.
And she lets me ship my wine to New York.
She's. Oh, is that what's
Yes.
going on? Randy,
Yes.
you are a doll. Oh, I
Randy.
see. You're
She
shipping
said-
your wine to New York.
Yeah.
You're saving 7 points. No tax. Right?
First of all, I can't get it shipped to Jersey.
What are you talking about?
Any wines that I get from California.
Oh, you're talking about California. I think you meant
Yeah.
Wine Library wines.
No.
Oh,
no.
I see. So
They
that
come
got
right
it.
to my door.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I come here.
Who else do you interact with anybody else, or are you just leaving your comments, or do you read the comments?
Yeah, I just leave the comments.
Do you see NY Pete with his Devil's logo?
A few people have commented on me, not so nice, and then like kind of like commented on them, like
Not so nice. You're like
Well,
fighting.
no, I'm not.
Oh,
I'm like,
just-
what the hell is that about?
Yeah, I understand.
And then they like back up a little.
There's-
But
now that they see you, they're definitely going to be scared. So they're going to.
but you know.
Did I do you with a little bit of me? I don't think so.
Yeah.
You with a little bit of me? Yeah, I was about to. And people like this and all of you that are commenting in there mean so much to us. We're changing the wine. Oh. Do you want to say anything to lurkers? Give the
Lurkers, come out, man. This is your shot. Come out. Leave the wine. I want to see as many comments as I can get because I want to see as many wines as I can try.
You just
and
want you to see
if
big
the
wine.
lurkers don't come out today, man,
You're
they're
in
never
trouble.
going to come out. And I'll tell you what, this is your chance, so do it.
Help this man. He needs juicy, big wines.
Please.
See ya.